If you're laying down or sitting up, wherever you happen to be, you can just start to check in with your posture and just with the center line of your body and the space between your pubic bone and the crown of your head, or even like your throat center, feeling that aligned with your sternum, with your navel, with your pubic bone, and also the back of your neck and like the base of your skull, feeling that aligned with your pelvic floor. If your eyes aren't already closed, and if you feel like you're in a space where you'd like to close them, or you feel safe to close the eyes, you can feel free to do so at any point. And just starting your practice by getting into the breath right away. So you can take a nice big cleansing breath, exaggerating and deepening your inhale in through the nose, and just pausing for a moment with that breath inside of you and just experiencing being full of air. And without straining, whenever you need to, slowly, just like a balloon letting go of air, just slowly letting that go and pushing a little bit more air out of you, even once you think you're empty, to just truly empty yourself. And then pause in that stillness, in that emptiness. And notice what that's like. And just allowing your next breath to come as it needs to. And you can continue to breathe in this way, just exaggerating all the parts of your breath, the inhales, the pause, the exhales, and the pause. And at any point, you can allow your breath, or allow your body to breathe itself. Allow your breath to flow in and out as it needs to, trusting that your body will breathe for you, and your guidance is totally optional. And starting this practice today by activating our senses right away. So start to soften all the muscles in your face and in your head, and come into a space of allowance, a space of observance, and just start to be curious about what it is that you can hear in your own personal soundscape. And just gradually welcoming all of your awareness to come into the ears themselves and experiencing sound. Remembering that you are the only one who is hearing exactly what it is you are hearing. Appreciating the uniqueness of your ears and the way they welcome sound into your body, the unique shape. And listening to whatever is furthest away from your body that you can tap into. And even if you're in a very quiet space, maybe listening to a plane in the distance, or birds outside, or traffic going by. And just seeing yourself in relationship to the furthest sound you can hear. And even if that is just the humming of the lights of the room you are in. And then listening to the sounds that are closer to you, and just starting to notice the different layers of sounds that exist around you. And even if you are in a space that is very noisy, and maybe there's a lot of sounds that you might label as distracting, just stepping back from that label, stepping back from that opinion about the sounds, and just trust that whatever sounds are existing in your environment are there. They're meant to be there. They're just another expression of the divine. And stepping out of the labeling mind and into the listening, into the observing, and maybe just feeling or hearing all the sounds just kind of mixing together, and maybe some patterns here and there, your own personal symphony. And maybe feeling the pulsing sensation or that throbbing sensation of your ears as you listen. And including your own body in this listening to the sound of your breath, maybe really quiet coming in and out of your nose, listening to the sound of your heartbeat, maybe your digestion, or just any sounds at all that you are making. And using all the sounds that you hear as your anchor to this moment, knowing that sounds can only exist in the present moment. So every sound, even the ones that might be annoying or distracting, they are still reminders of what is happening right now. And as you're listening, you can continue to listen throughout this practice, if this is a good anchor for you. But now starting to also awaken your sense of sight. And even with the eyes closed, awakening your sense of sight. Noticing everything that you can see in your own personal landscape, your own inner landscape. And maybe noticing where the eyes are gazing. Maybe they're looking right at the backs of your eyelids. Maybe the eyeballs are releasing and starting to soften into the sockets and kind of rolling back and down. Maybe gazing into the forehead or the third eye center. Maybe they're rolling back even further, gazing into the mind itself. And just releasing the eyes, releasing the need to see anything specific, releasing the need to label what it is that you see, but just experiencing sight, just like listening, using this as another anchor to this moment. Knowing that whatever you are seeing only exists in the present. And maybe feeling the pulsing of your forehead, the pulsing of the eyes themselves. And allowing this pulsing to bring healing, softness to the eyes and the forehead and the whole face. Allowing all the muscles across your eyebrows, across your forehead, your eyelids even. Allowing all these muscles to decompress, to surrender into the position that they're in. And just appreciating the uniqueness of your own eyes, the shape of your eyes, the way that they take in light. And as you are listening and seeing, you can start to awaken your sense of smell. And just pay attention to the air the moment that it enters your nose. And even if you are congested with allergies or whatever, even if you can't smell much of anything, just paying attention to whatever aromas are there, even if they're very weak. Just paying attention to the air that is entering your nose. And noticing where that air is going, noticing where your breath is naturally concentrated to. Maybe the breath kind of stays in the head. Maybe it goes into the heart center. Or maybe it goes deeper into the stomach. And then just inviting the breath to travel even deeper from wherever it's going naturally. Inviting the breath to flood into your stomach, into your lower stomach. Grounding you down into this practice a little bit deeper. As you start to awaken your sense of taste and bringing your attention to the inside of the mouth. Feeling the tongue, feeling the roof of the mouth, the floor of the mouth, the insides of the cheeks, the insides of the lips, the outsides of the lips and cheeks. Maybe even all the taste buds that exist on your tongue. And just tasting the inside of your mouth. Remembering that your smell, your taste, your sight, your hearing, your listening, these are all things that only exist in the present and in memories. But what you are currently experiencing is your senses. That is what your experience is. And now spreading your awareness to the skin. And maybe just starting with the skin across your face and just noticing the pores on your skin and feeling what the air feels like as it touches your skin, the temperature of the air, the quality of the air. And then just letting that spread across your head, down your neck, across your chest, shoulders, down the arms and the hands, down the torso, the stomach, the back, the hips, the glutes, the legs, and the feet. So that your awareness is encompassing your entire body and the skin that is covering your entire body. The barrier between your inside world and the outside world. The largest organ in your body. Feeling the clothes touching your skin. Feeling the seat beneath you or the floor beneath your feet. And just paying attention to what is making contact with your body, what you can feel physically on your body. And feeling that protective barrier between your inside world and the outside world. And then starting to zoom in and remember the pores on your skin. Remember how your skin is alive. And each pore on your skin gently expands with each inhale your body takes and gently contracts with each exhale your body takes. And the skin itself is breathing. And seeing this permeable layer between your inside world and the outside world. This natural filter that your skin is. And trusting that the natural intelligence of your skin and that your skin will not allow any harmful energies or toxins from the outside world into your body and will naturally purify the energy that enters you. And the same with the exit. Your skin can naturally purify the energy inside of you and what you give off to the world around you. That final filter, that final layer checkpoint. So just experiencing all 5 senses fully. Experiencing sense of sound, the sense of listening, hearing. Noticing what sounds exist around you. Noticing if that has any impact on what you can see in your mind's eye, in your internal vision. Noticing if what you smell and taste and feel also affects what you see or hear. And then bringing attention to your shoulders. Bringing attention to your neck. And just noticing first, noticing their resting position, noticing how it feels, if it feels tight or if there's any pain existing here, just noticing that. And then this same sense of softness that we just experienced across the face and the skin, you can now let that sink down into the muscles. And notice if your face is gaining any tension by focusing on the shoulders. Maybe the brow is furrowing or the jaw is tightening. And just remember that you are allowed to soften. You have control of the tension that you hold. And simply by recognizing it. So allow the jaw to hang, allow the brows to release, and allow that same sensation of release to continue into your neck, into your shoulders, allowing the shoulders to fall down and away from the ears. And just trusting that you don't have to hold your body in any sort of way. And just see what your body does when you release that need to be a certain way. See the way your body wants to naturally rest. And then tune into your heartbeat in between the shoulders. And just start to gradually call all of your senses, all of your awareness to the heart itself. And this is where our love exists. This is where our gratitude, our compassion, our highest intentions exist in our heart center. So just tuning in to that unique rhythm that your heartbeat has, and remembering the anatomy of your body, that your heart is physically connected to everything else in your body. Your heart has the power to fuel your mind. Your heart has the power to feed into your hands and create. Has the power to feed into your throat and mouth and speak for you, listen for you, see for you, smell for you, feel for you. Just as long as we remember this truth and remind ourselves of this throughout our days, this is something we will forget. It's not about how many times we forget, it's just about how many times we remember and we come back to that truth. It doesn't even matter for how long you forget. Sometimes we can go many years forgetting that our heart is powerful and can heal and can create, can feel, can see, can listen. But as much as you remind yourself of this truth, that is all that matters. Even if it is just one time here and there. And just allowing your body to feel comforted by your heart, by the love here. Allowing your body to accept this truth and align itself with this love, with this compassion and gratitude. As you remember that everything you have experienced, you were meant to experience for one reason or another, no matter how painful that truth can be at times. And just remembering that life is going to be painful. Life is painful. And a meditation practice or the way you live your life is not about ridding yourself of all things bad, having only love and light inside of you, and getting rid of all the toxins and negativity. It's not about that. And if it is about that, you're missing out on a deeper part. And that is acceptance of what is here, of what life is. And remembering that the only reason you know what joy feels like, the only reason you know what love and connection feels like, is because you know what pain, what suffering, what disconnection feels like. And just thinking about the pendulum swinging. The pendulum can only swing as far up to joy and love as it swings down to pain and suffering. And the contrast is exactly what makes life so beautiful. So just learning to allow yourself to experience joy and love and happiness when it's present, knowing that it's temporary. So enjoying it even more, soaking it in. And at the same time, allowing yourself to be in the dark places, to be experiencing pain and suffering, and doing whatever you need to do to comfort yourself on the way through that. And knowing that it is temporary. And every storm runs out of rain. There is an end to all things, even when it feels endless. So just having that acceptance, that patience, gratitude, and compassion for yourself and for this journey that you are on. Knowing it is not easy, and knowing it is not meant to be easy. But you are doing the work. You are showing up. You are curious. You are compassionate. You are grateful. You are loved. So just allowing yourself to feel those things when you feel them. Feeling them fully. And if it feels like something you'd like to do, you can bring your hands to a prayer position at heart center, or place your hands on your body, whatever your hands want to do. Just trusting the natural intelligence of your hands and knowing that they'll go where they are needed right now. And just taking this moment to trust that you are already aligned with your highest intention. And there's nothing further you need to do. There is just acceptance of your greatness that needs to happen. There is just acceptance of the love that's inside of you, acceptance of your worthiness, knowing that you are worthy of achieving all the great things in life. And you will do so as you are meant to. So knowing that there is nothing further you need to do. All that is required of you is to allow the love that's in you to flow through you and out into the rest of the world. Feeling that love in your hands, feeling that love in your heart. And knowing that just by feeling it, we are growing it. Just by bringing awareness to it and feeling it fully, we allow our love to expand and to grow. So as you take your next deep breath in, you can feel this air filling you up a little bit deeper, a little bit more intentionally. And as you exhale, you can allow your head to bow. And take this moment to give deep thanks to the one who made your heart, the one who is allowing your senses to function, your creator, your maker, whatever word you have. Bowing to your angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, whatever word you have for the love and support that's always around you. And bowing to everyone in this space who has done this practice with you. And most importantly, bowing to yourself for showing up, for taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. And may this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights, and may you bring this same love and understanding into everything that you do and to everyone that you see. Namaste.